All right, so we are gonna get started. I'm gonna try to make this kind of concise so that you guys are all on the same page and that you guys get the most out of it, but I don't bore you with repetitive stuff that you guys may have heard in the past, that kind of thing as well, okay? So how many people have done HEWFit before? I hit record, yes, I'm on top of it. All right, so goal in HEWFit, again, is obviously for you guys to get the most out of it, meaning that most of you guys have different goals. It's either going to be dropping fat, leaning out, potentially gaining muscle, all of those different types of things, okay? So we're gonna kind of speak to different versions of things, especially when we get into the meal plans. The goal for the meeting is for us to go through expectations versus effort, and then kind of go into some habits, things like that. And then the meal plans, we're kind of not going to spend a whole lot of time on meal plans because we have two different meal plans that we're offering. One is a lot more detailed, one is a little bit more vague. And then I'll kind of get into those. But if you guys can read, then you can follow a meal plan. It's not that hard. All right. So expectations versus effort. So we have done HEWFit. I've been part of HEW for 9 years. I've probably ran, I don't know, 50 HEWFits. That's probably an exaggeration, but ran a lot of them. I've had people that will lose 20 pounds in 4 weeks. I've had people that will lose 5 pounds in 4 weeks. Okay. So that is the relevance to how much effort that you guys actually put into the program. I've had people that have done HEWFit 5 times. One time they lost 20 pounds. One time they lost 5 pounds. So it's not like we changed the meal plan. We didn't change anything. It was their amount of effort that they put into the program. All right. So one, kudos to you for you guys being here, because all in all, if you guys are here, it means that at least you're starting out with good effort. I kind of think about it like if I go to church, I get a lot more from it. If I watch church online, I get less from it. Like I'm less engaged. I don't get the messages deeply, that kind of thing. So kudos for you guys for being here. So that's your first level of effort. All right. Now, expectations. When it comes to what, like a lot of people get discouraged because 2 weeks in, they've only lost 4 pounds and then they just fall off the wagon and they say, screw it, that kind of thing. So expectations in terms of like what to expect from you in terms of what you're supposed to achieve. All of it is relevant against how much effort you guys put into. So if you guys give me an effort of 10, you guys are going to lose like 15 to 20 pounds. If you guys give me an effort of 5, then you're going to lose like 5 pounds. All right. I can provide you guys the roadmap. I can try to hold you guys accountable. I can try to inspire you guys and help you guys out. But if you guys put forth level 5 effort, I can't help you with the other 5%, the other 5, in terms of like a level 10. So you guys have to think about like literally why you're doing this. What is your motivator? And then use the motivator as something that you guys are going to have as like a constant reminder. So if the motivator is Murph, if the motivator is bikini in July, whatever the motivator is, use that and like write it in a dry erase marker on your bathroom window or bathroom mirror or something. Have a constant reminder. Maybe it's something that's on your cell phone that every time that you go to your home phone that you unlock it, and then that's your reminder. Okay. But again, I can't get you guys, I can show you the way, but I can lead the horse to water, but I can't get you to drink it. So it's one of those things. I'm going to give you guys the roadmap that other people have lost 20 pounds in, and it's the same exact roadmap. It's just how much effort that you guys put into the roadmap. Okay. So that's what you guys kind of have to think about. So effort versus expectations. A lot of people get discouraged probably 2 to 3 weeks in, and they get discouraged because they don't lose the amount of weight that they expected to lose. All right. Now there's a lot of different things that happen in your body that are going to control that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, and I like to use scales just because they're relative, on a scale of 1 to 10, all of you guys are eating at a certain level on that scale right now. What I mean by that is like you might be eating at a 1 because you just said, you know what, I'm going to sign up for HEWFit, and for the next week, I'm just going to eat whatever the heck I want. And you're like a 1 right now, and you're drinking and you're eating crap and all that kind of stuff. And I get it. That might have been going on for the last 6 weeks or the last 6 months. We don't know. Again, everybody's relative to where you guys are at. So if you guys are eating at a 6 right now, and then you improve to a 10, or if you guys are eating at a 1 and you improve to a 10, there's going to be different reactions that happen in your body. I use the visualization of a campfire. So if you think about your metabolism as a campfire, if you have a bunch of wet wood or wet logs that you guys have been feeding your metabolism all this crap and all this stuff that your body can't process properly, what do you guys look at? Like if I put a bunch of wet logs on a campfire, does the fire like rage out of control, or does it stay very subtle and take a long time to burn through everything? Hopefully you guys are recognizing that if it's a bunch of wet wood and I put it on a fire, you're not processing it. You're not like raging this fire and it's amazing and all of that kind of thing. Think about your metabolism. If you've been treating your body like crap for the last 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, your body's going to react differently. So if I've been treating my body like crap for the last 6 months, and then I go from a 1 to a 10, my body's not going to react that fast. And it's not going to be a week later that I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I feel great. And my body's just firing on all cylinders. It might take 2 to 3 weeks for you guys to have your body actually like kind of go into drive mode, burn through all the wet logs. And now as long as you continue to feed the fire with dry logs, your metabolism starts to speed up and speed up and speed up and speed up. If you guys are firing it like a 6 right now, and then you guys go to a 10, obviously it's going to happen much faster. So when I use that analogy, a lot of that's so that you guys manage your own expectations. And some people come into it and they're like, I want to lose 15 pounds. I've been eating a 1 for the last 6 months, but now I'm going to change my dieting. And you think that you're going to lose 10 pounds in 1 week, and you get pissed off, you get discouraged, and then you guys quit. I've done this so many times, and I can guarantee that 1 out of 5 of you right now, which is like 3 of you, will not weigh in at the end of this HEWFit. You're just literally going to like, by week 2 or 3, you're going to be like, nope, I'm out. I messed everything up. I can't get back on the wagon, that kind of thing. So it's every single HEWFit that we go through, like it's this managing expectations of what we expect to achieve based off of the effort that you guys put into it. Now, the effort or lack thereof of what you put into your body for the last 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever it might be, is going to have some form of effect on what you guys do to your body over the course of the next 4 weeks. All right. So I only say and go through all of that because a lot of people get get frustrated because of the lack of results, but they don't recognize what they've done to their body and how your body's going to react to everything. All right. So again, just think about that. So I always encourage you guys to have a goal, but the same exact thing applies. Like when we look at the quote of the week, the person that loves the journey or the walk is going to achieve more than the person that loves the destination. And how that kind of especially applies to fitness and weight loss, all kind of stuff. If your only goal is to weigh 120 pounds, right, Jim? And you get to 120 pounds, your wheels and your whole life is going to fall apart the second you hit 120 pounds because you don't love how you got there. You just love the fact that you saw 120 pounds. So if you can fall in love with the process and the lifestyle and the habits that we're going to try to teach you, then over time, the destination or the goal is going to take place. It just might not take place as fast. And you have to be okay with that. Again, you have to manage your expectations based off your effort. Okay. So when you guys go into it, you guys really have to think about like, what am I willing to put into this? And then based off of what you put into it, are you willing to accept whatever your outcome was? But you have to take in all the factors and not get discouraged just because it didn't happen like that. If you've been eating like a 1 for the last year, and then now you want to try to change your lifestyle in the next 4 weeks. But the goal is over time is to not to have the next 4 weeks be your lifestyle for 4 weeks and go back to whatever you guys were doing previously. The goal is to like develop habits and different things that you guys are doing so that 5 weeks from now, 8 weeks from now, you guys are still maintaining a steady lifestyle that's going to get you to the destination, even though you might not, or you may have achieved it or you got close to it, but you still continue that on. Okay. So that's the biggest thing that I want you guys to kind of focus on out of the gate is your effort versus your expectations and managing your expectations so that you guys don't get discouraged and then quit halfway through, because that's something that a lot of people do. And that's just based off of me doing this for a lot of years, that kind of thing. Okay. We're going to briefly go into supplements. The only reason I parlay directly into supplements is a lot of people want their metabolism to speed up quickly, and supplements can help with that. So if you guys are interested in supplements, we're going to have a link that we'll post and we'll send out to you guys. If you guys do supplements, it's a thing called thermogenics. It basically helps boost your metabolism faster so that you guys can lose more weight faster, and it will help out. Okay. So that's something that is out there. A lot of people are like, all right, well, should I take supplements? Should I not take supplements? That kind of thing. I take supplements pretty consistently, especially if I'm going into like a 4-week focus point, then I take them every single day and I'm consistent with them. But again, supplements will help you, but it's not something like you can't take supplements and eat like crap and think supplements are going to take care of it. So the supplements are kind of like an add-on, but if you take supplements and still eat like crap, then you're not going to get where you want to go. And then again, managing your expectations. I took supplements and I worked out every day and I ate Chick-fil-A and cheeseburgers and I didn't lose the weight that I wanted to. Like you can't do both, you know, and expect the same exact thing. So we'll have a thing for supplements. We have a company that we work with. If you guys buy through that company, if you buy 4 products, is the deal that they're giving us. If you guys buy 4 products, then you guys can get HEWFit for free. Okay, so that's something that you guys might think about. Again, there's a AM thermogenic, there's a PM like appetite suppressant that is recommended, and then there's like intra, which is like in workout drinks that you guys would take to help with muscle recovery and that kind of thing. So if you buy 4 products from the company, and we'll post it, we'll send it to you guys in a text and post it. If you guys buy 4, then you get HEWFit for free. Okay. Any questions on supplements or any of that kind of stuff so far? Cool. Okay. So our role, like what you're going to get in terms of like from your coaches and what we try to expect out of you guys. We're going to try to do a lot to keep you guys engaged and inspired. That's our role, is to try to help inspire you guys and hold you guys accountable. If you are either not here or not watching right now, then depending on your lifestyle, that kind of thing, like there's going to be people that start HEWFit and never listen to this talk. And then they're going to get pissed off because they didn't have as good of results as they wanted to. And then that's like a point of effort. I'm like, well, you didn't watch the video. You didn't look at anything. You didn't like engage with everything that we provided for you. And now you're pissed off that you didn't lose weight. So how many of you guys know what meal plan you guys are going to do? How many of you guys watched one of the videos that we sent you today? Less than half of you. Okay. So that's like when I talk about effort, the fact that if you did not watch the video, and granted, some of us, you might not have time, I get it. If you did not watch the video that we explained, there's this meal plan or this meal plan, and then you showed up and you're like, I want to know everything there is to know. You already didn't put in the effort to know everything that you could have known prior to this meeting. And I know that's, people call it blunt Brian, which I'm okay with, but you guys have to think about it. Like if we provide you with knowledge and a workbook or a resource and a tool, and you do not take advantage of it, and then you get pissed off because you had less results, that's your fault. That's not my fault. Okay. So I don't say that to be an ass. I say that to kind of like put it back on you. Like I can show you the way there, but if you don't engage and you guys don't actually try and you don't put the effort, then why do you have certain expectations? Okay. So like I always think about baking, because baking, you mess up one thing, you put in like 2 teaspoons of baking soda instead of baking powder, and the entire thing goes to crap. Like I can show you everything, but if you don't follow the journey and you don't follow the toolbook, then you shouldn't have the same expectations of somebody that did. Okay. So like if I mess up the recipe, that's on me. It's not on the loaf of bread. So when we give you guys recipes, we give you guys different things, literally recipes and or playbooks and or all that kind of thing. Think about the effort that you guys are going to put forth when you guys do it. All right. And I want this to be the best experience that you guys can have and try to help you guys as much as possible. But that's one of those things that like, if you guys don't take advantage of the tools that we give you, and then you're like, Brian, I'm not losing any weight. This is stupid. I don't know why I did it. And then I challenge you on it. That's me. It's not necessarily me calling you out. Especially with like the coaches, we like to think in terms of like when we call each other out, it's not calling you out. It's not being like mean to you or anything like that. It's calling you up. So like if you think about calling you out compared to calling you up, as long as you internalize it as like Brian's trying to make me a better person, even though you might go, Brian's an asshole in your head, I'm literally trying to help you out. So think about that. Like again, it's the difference between calling somebody out is literally calling you up. So we're trying to get more from you by calling you out on either excuses or actions or things that you guys have done that aren't serving you. And there's a lot of things that you guys will do over the course of your lives that don't serve you. And you guys want to try to, you want to eliminate things that don't serve you and then incorporate things that do serve you. Like exercise serves you. That's a good thing. Like mozzarella sticks don't. That's a bad thing. They're really good, but I get it. Okay. So we're going to kind of go into what we're going to do to try to help you guys hold you guys accountable. So more than anything, you guys are going to get sent a text message or an invite through email, which is going to invite you into an app. All right. The app is called Trainerize, and that's how we're going to manage most of what we're doing in terms of like our accountability towards you. There's going to be a daily task list that you guys have to do. Now, with that being said, we're going to provide 3 mandatory tasks. It's going to be hydration, working out, and following your meal plan. Because everybody's going to be on slightly different meal plans, and I'll get into meal plans later. But again, if you can read and look at a sheet, then you guys will be able to understand the meal plan. But those are going to be the 3 things that are mandatory. It's going to be exercising. The goal is to exercise 5 times per week. The goal is hydration. It should be your body weight in water in terms of ounces. So if I weigh 150 pounds, goal is to get at least, I'd say 150 ounces or so. That's going to be a hard one for most of us. And then following whatever meal plan that you guys choose to do, and we'll explain the meal plans shortly. So those are your 3 mandatories. Our ask out of you, and this is something that you guys are going to have to message us on Trainerize, is that you give us something, a habit that you guys want as a daily accountability piece. What I mean by that, you might want to start to read more, and you want to read 10 pages per day. You might want to show love to your children, and you're intentional about taking the time to show love to your children. You might want to, whatever that might be, stretch, mobilize, get 8 hours of sleep. There's a lot of things that everybody wants to do. So we want it to be a habit that you guys want to adapt that we can help you with, that's not mandatory from us. Okay. So it's mandatory that you choose a habit, but you get to choose the habit that you would like to work on over the course of the next 4 weeks. So you guys should have got that in the text message today. You guys should already kind of have that in mind. All right. We also are going to have skill work that is going to be mandatory every Friday. You guys are going to have to choose a skill that you guys would like to try to get better at over the course of the next 4 weeks. It could be double unders. It could be handstands. It could be pull-ups. It could be a barbell. It could be running. It could be anything. But I want you guys, because everybody's different, I don't want to force you to do something that you don't necessarily care about. I want you guys to find something that you do care about in the gym. And every Friday, you guys are working on that. Okay? So, recap. You guys are going to get an email. You guys are going to have to download an app. And then you guys are going to have 3 mandatory things that we provide. And then 1 thing that you guys are mandatory to provide for us that we can hold you accountable with as well. All right? The goal is to work out 5 days a week. We recommend being at HEW 5 days a week. But if you can't make it to HEW because of travel, from work, whatever it is, I want you guys at least to try to exercise every single day. If you guys need stuff to do from home, we have different PDFs that we can send you, and we can give you at-home workouts so that you guys can at least exercise on a daily basis, even though you might not be able to make it to the gym every single day. Okay? So that's the basics in terms of trying to exercise 5 days a week. You're going to have 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, of extracurricular. Monday mile is one. We always do Monday mile, so you have to run a mile every single Monday. And the goal over the course of the next 4 weeks is for you to get better or faster at your mile. It doesn't mean walk your mile on Monday the 2nd and then jog your mile on the 9th and then run a little faster on the 16th and then run like heck on the 23rd or whatever those days work out to be. But I want you guys, again, to try to improve your speed. With that being said, if you guys eat well, you guys recover well, you lose weight, you're going to be faster, you're going to feel better, and you should be able to improve. That's the only thing that we're going to have in terms of like a repetitive thing that you guys are going to try to improve over the course of the next 4 weeks. Every Wednesday, we're going to have a team challenge. So you guys are going to be set up in 2 different teams. It's from the coach's standpoint, it's guys versus girls. So Shane and I are against Haley and Jamie. We'll let you guys know what team you guys are on. Some of you guys requested somebody. If you guys requested, then we try to do our best to make it happen. But you guys will be either on team boys or team girls. So each Wednesday, we're going to have a team challenge that you guys are going to have to, when you come into the gym, you're going to try to basically like contribute to your team. It might be like you have 2 minutes to row as many calories as you want or as you can. And then however many calories you contribute to the team, then we're going to have a team total. And then obviously the goal would be whatever team works the hardest, that kind of thing. All right. So every Wednesday, you guys will have a team challenge. Every Friday, you guys are going to have your skill work. So again, your 2 mandatory things. Pick a lifestyle habit or something that you guys are trying to do, or you guys are going to, and you guys are going to choose a skill that you guys want to try to work on. So every Friday, the goal is to work on a skill. Okay, so Monday's running, Wednesday's team, Friday's going to be skill work. Murph obviously is coming up. We're gonna have Murph prep as well. That's not necessary. It's not mandatory. That's something that, again, you guys can do it on your own if you want to do it on your own. We don't want to overtrain you, because if we overtrain you, then obviously it's hard for you to recover. But if you guys would like to have Murph training in addition to the 3 extracurriculars per week plus your normal workouts, then by all means. Again, that's voluntary. We don't want to make it mandatory and then feel like there's so much on your plate that you guys can't accomplish it, and then you get discouraged and then you check out. Okay, so Monday mile, Wednesday team, Friday skill work, and then we'll also have extracurriculars for Murph if you guys want to. Okay. Any questions on expectations from your task list? Good. Okay. We're also going to be doing, a lot of people think about like cheating and following meal plans and all that kind of stuff. Over time, and since we've been doing this, we used to do it to where if you cheat, meaning that you fall off the rails and you do something or eat something outside of your meal plan, then you have a 100 burpee penalty and yada, yada, yada. We found that you will not be honest and you'll just lie about what you're eating if I make a mandatory 100 burpee penalty. Okay. So the goal is for us to be honest with not necessarily you and your coaches, but to be honest with yourself as well. So the goal and our expectation and what we find is like a reasonable thing is you guys get 1 cheat meal per week. Okay, so in essence, you get 21 meals. 20 of them are supposed to follow the meal plan. 1 of them is supposed to follow, or you can kind of do whatever you want. Again, it's a slippery slope. So if you guys have it to where it's like Sunday brunch and you guys go hit it hard, odds are Sunday brunch turns into Sunday fun day and you guys go hard the entire day. So I want you guys to be intentional about like, all right, I'm going to have a cheat meal on Friday evening, and then on Saturday morning, I get back on track again. Okay. Again, the goal is to build a lifestyle so that you guys develop habits to where like Sunday fun day doesn't happen as often anymore. And it's not to say that Sunday fun day is not fun, because it's fun, but you can't do Sunday fun day every single weekend and then expect to have progress and good results every single time that you guys get on a scale or you come work out on Monday. Okay. So the goal is to follow the meal plan. Again, 20 meals, 7 times 3 is 21. 1 cheat meal, 20 meals per week. You guys are supposed to try to follow the meal plan, and then you get 1 cheat meal per week. Try to plan it out so that you guys have it as like a intentional cheat meal, and it's not like a on the whim, like, ooh, now it's going to be the cheat meal. And then that's like Tuesday because your friends from happy hour wanted to meet up, and then now you go into the weekend and you're like, all right, I already screwed up on Tuesday. I might as well just roll it into the weekend, and it kind of becomes a slippery slope. All right. If you guys, and this is what I recommend, and it's something that as coaches we try to do with each other, if you guys have more than 1 cheat meal, hold yourself accountable in terms of you can come to the gym, and I hope that you guys do this, I honestly do, and not like in a spiteful manner. Come to the gym and ask one of your coaches, like, hey, I had 2 cheat meals. Can you give me some extra work to do today to kind of burn some calories to make up for it? Okay. I would rather that be like an open conversation where you're like, hey, I cheated Saturday night and Sunday night. Can I do something extra today to burn some more calories? I would love to have an open-ended like discussion and like you guys be open enough to come to us and ask that question. Or you're just like, I look over and you're doing burpees. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing burpees for? And you're like, I cheated twice. I'm going to knock out 75 burpees just to kind of make up for it. Like whatever it might be. It's not a threatening thing. I would rather it be like you guys like say, hey, I want some extra work. I had 2 cheat meals. Can you give me something? And one of your coaches will provide you a workout in addition to whatever it might be. Again, that would be a voluntary, perfect world where you're just holding yourself accountable. There's nothing mandatory about it. It is just something that we would encourage so that if you guys do fall off the wagon or you guys cheat more than you're supposed to, that you guys make up for it through some sort of physical activity. Okay. We're also going to be doing, so that'll be like if you guys cheat, Every Wednesday, and again, this is voluntary, this is something that we're providing that we hope you guys engage in, is Wellness Wednesday. So every Wednesday evening, we're going to hold a Zoom call, and it's going to change each coach by the week, and we're going to provide some sort of content that will help you out in your daily lives, whether that's about hydration, whether that's about, like your mindset, recipes, whatever it might be. But we're going to hold every Wednesday. We're going to have it. We'll record it, and we'll be able to get it to you guys. But we want you guys to, again, have a Wellness Wednesday, kind of a talk about like, all right, here's something I can focus on this week, that sort of thing. So that'll be Wednesday evenings. Any questions on any of that kind of stuff? Ooh, I didn't do that yet. Okay. So again, you guys have Monday Mile, Wednesday Team Challenge, Friday is Skill Work, Wellness Wednesday is going to be something that we offer. And then the goal, as far as a final task, at least a weekly task, is for you guys to do something active on either Saturday or Sunday. Either video yourself, take a selfie, whatever it is, and then tag us on social media, either through Instagram or Facebook. And then you guys will get, again, like engagement points for that, because we're going to give out different prizes and different stuff for people that put forth the effort. So as we go through the next 4 weeks, we'll have prizes and different things that we give out just as, again, a reward for effort, because we know that with effort comes results. Okay. So again, recap: Monday Mile, Wellness Wednesday, as well as Team Challenge Wednesday, Friday Skill, and then Saturday or Sunday the goal is to get outside, do something active. Okay. Taking a nap is not active. So don't. Right, Shane? Call out Shane. The Saturday workout would count, yes. I'd rather that be your 6th workout rather than like, oh, I did 3 and then count it for 2 kind of thing. So we'll kind of talk about communication and, again, what to expect, and then we'll go into meal plans and that sort of thing. So you guys know your task list. You guys are going to have an app. The app is basically going to give you your daily task list. So on Mondays, it'll show on your app, I got to run a mile. On Wednesdays, it's going to say I got to do a team challenge. And then we can look at it from our side to see how much engagement or how much you guys are actually doing the tasks that are at hand. Okay. With that, there's ways of communication. And this is, I don't want to say voluntary, whatever it is. The app has a way for us to communicate it in. Everything gets buried in it because it's an app, yada, yada, yada. And there's a lot of other things that go in line with the app. All right. So we're going to have a WhatsApp, which is another app that is only about communication. All right. So when I say that, a lot of people, and again, there's different types of people, none of them wrong, right, or the other. But a lot of times we've done it to where we do WhatsApp and we have 80 people on this app, and people text message all day long, and your phone just gets alerts and alerts and alerts and alerts. And if you're like Jim, you don't like people that much, and you don't want all these alerts. If you're like Eve, you love engagement and showing pictures of recipes and different ideas and all that kind of thing. So you guys are going to have the option. We're going to invite you to be on WhatsApp. You're going to get a text message. I think it's a text message. And it'll say, hey, Brian invited you to WhatsApp. If you want to join the group, download the app, and then you can join the group. If you don't want to join the group, don't join the group. All right. But then don't complain that you felt like there was a lack of engagement or, teamwork amongst you and your team when you didn't want the engagement. Okay. So on the app, we're going to try to use that primarily for you guys to communicate with your coaches. You guys either can direct message us or there's a chat box within the app. We just don't want that to get overwhelmed, because what happens is we've ran it before where we use the app, the Trainerize app, as a means of communication, and people get annoyed by the app and they stop using the app. So the goal is to separate communication and your task list, just so that you don't get frustrated by the communication and then fail to do your task list, because they're 2 separate things. And again, everybody has a different personality. You might love the engagement and then use WhatsApp and it motivates you and inspires you. You might be self-inspired and you just need the daily task list and somebody to hold you accountable to it. Okay. So you guys are going to text message probably, I'd say by Saturday. If you guys want to join the WhatsApp group, you guys can join the WhatsApp group. My recommendation as well, if you guys have friends in the gym that you guys are doing HEWFit with as well, try to get set up with like 3 to 5 people where you guys are in like a group chat to hold each other accountable as well. Because we're going to hold you accountable as much as we can, but you'll typically be more honest with your peers than you will us, because you get embarrassed or whatever it might be. When, again, we'd love to have an open door, but some people are open to that, and like maybe sometimes too open, and then other people are scared to come and talk to us. So we encourage you guys, if you guys have friends that are doing HEWFit, try to team up, get 3 to 5 people on a group text as another layer of accountability to where you guys hold each other accountable if you don't want to be part of the app and get bombarded, that kind of thing. Okay. Any questions with any of that stuff? You guys are super engaging.
No Facebook page?
No Facebook page. Do you want a Facebook page? Yeah. Surprise. Okay, so that's communication in terms of like community, all that kind of stuff. So again, we're going to set you guys on 2 different teams. We're probably just going to do one large WhatsApp group, and then we'll share recipes. We'll do a recipe of the week, all that kind of stuff. We'll provide recipes of the week as well, but we'll also ask you guys to post recipes in the app so that you guys can kind of, you know, if you hate whatever Haley makes, because I probably won't make anything, somebody else might make something that you enjoy. Weigh-ins. Every Friday, you guys have to weigh in on the scale. Okay. You have to do a body scan, not a weigh-in. So you have to measure your body fat percentage every Friday. There are clipboards on the inside. So if you guys look at the protein on the wall right there, on the opposite side of that wall, there's clipboards that have your name on it with your team, and then you guys have to weigh in. You have a total of 5 weigh-ins. Okay, so you have to weigh in as your initial, which is going to be prior to Monday, at the very latest Monday night. If you don't weigh in by Monday night, then I don't know why you even tried, unless you were out of town. But if you don't weigh in by Monday and you act like you want to lose weight and like engage, then you didn't put forth any effort. So ipso facto, you're not going to try hard. So weigh in by Monday night at the very latest. Clipboards are over there. Again, it's a body scan. So you guys have to put your weight and your body fat percentage. And then every Friday you have to weigh in thereafter. So you guys are going to weigh in on the 2nd, then you're going to weigh in on the 7th, then you're going to weigh in on the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. So you have 5 weigh-ins. With that being said, if you eat like crap all weekend and you weigh in on the 2nd, which is on Monday, and then you eat really good for 3 days on Friday, do you think you're going to get a lot of benefit and it's going to have a lot of effect on your weight? No, it's not going to happen. So that's again, expectations and recognizing your effort, that kind of thing. Again, if you go ham all weekend, you weigh in on Monday, and then you weigh in on Friday, don't get pissed off if you didn't lose more than 5 pounds. You know, whatever it might be, whatever your expectation is. Like, don't get frustrated. It's been 72 hours of clean eating, and you expect the world to change. So just throwing that out there in terms of your weights, okay? That's most of it. We're going to do a workout on Saturday. That's going to be like a HEWFit workout. So it'll be a benchmark. So we're going to do the workout this Saturday, and then we're going to do the same workout 4 weeks from now. And the goal is to beat yourself 4 weeks from now. So if you guys put forth the effort over the course of the next 4 weeks, then obviously that Saturday, you guys should be able to outperform yourself from this Saturday. Again, don't not try this Saturday so that you really outperform yourself that Saturday. There's no prize for the most performance improved or anything like that. Try your best on Saturday, and then try your best 4 weeks from now after you guys have eaten clean and followed the program. Anything else before I get into meal plans? Okay. Meal plans. There's 2 different ways that you guys can approach this. This is the lifestyle program, or this is the lose the most weight program. Okay. One is more strict than the other. Lifestyle. And I say lifestyle because it's more long-term. We call it macros or macronutrients. So where you have a set calorie intake, and then it's broken up into the different macronutrients, macro being big nutrients, which is proteins, carbs, and fats. Okay. So macros is what we would do is you guys would get set up on MyFitnessPal. You guys would log your food, which sounds annoying, but it's not that hard. You'd log your food. We can see it from our end on our app, and you guys are going to basically have like a scale of how well you did based off of your caloric intake or your calorie intake for the day. So with that one, if you guys are going to do macros, in essence, you can eat whatever you'd like as long as you stay within your macros. Slippery slope. Okay. So again, that is more of a lifestyle thing. What I mean by that is with the macros, I can go have, a cheeseburger or something, which isn't the cleanest item ever, but I tracked the calories that I consumed. I knew how much fat was in it. And then I made sure that I stayed within my limitations of my macronutrients. So there's a little more leniency on how clean you are, but you guys have some leniency. So it's more of a lifestyle. Like I can continue 5, 6, 7 weeks down the road. I kind of can fall into this like, all right, I'm going to track my macros and stay within my caloric intake. The downside to that is, or the con, whatever you want to call it, is that one, it's a slippery slope. So you guys are like, ooh, I can have that cookie and I'm going to log it into my macros. And then I'm going to try to stay within my macros. But a cookie is not healthy for you. So again, it's give and take in terms of like how strict you want to be. If you're going to do macros, your expectation should not be to lose 20 pounds because odds are you're not going to eat clean macros as often. All right. Just because you have that little gray area where you guys can stay within your macros, then you guys tend to, not stay as clean, but you will hopefully stick it within the caloric intake. And then again, your expectation should be that you're not going to lose as much weight if you're going to do macros. It's going to be more of a lifestyle change. But Jamie's had a lot of success with just following her macros and staying on course and kind of playing within the guidelines. Okay. If you guys are going to do macros, we recommend 35% of your calories come from protein, 35% of your calories come from carbs, and 30% of your calories come from fat. Now, if you've never done macros before, you can basically have like 3 cups of broccoli is 90 calories. 1 cup of chicken is like 250 calories. And then 1 tablespoon of oil is like 200 calories. So picture 3 cups of broccoli, 1 cup of chicken, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And the olive oil and the chicken have over about 200 calories and the broccoli has less than 100. So if you guys can visualize that, the hard part about macros is learning what quantities will produce the caloric intake that you're trying to achieve. And I don't want to like get crazy scientific and like all the math and all that kind of stuff, but like 1 gram of olive oil and 1 gram of protein or 1 gram of chicken breast and 1 gram of broccoli in terms of weight has a whole different density of calories associated to it. Okay, so just because it weighs the same doesn't mean that it's the same amount of calories. You look very confused. I'm just going to keep going. So that's macronutrients. Again, if you guys want to do macros, regardless of whatever meal plan that you guys choose, I would like you guys to send it to us in the app so that we know which meal plan that you guys are following, and we can try to assist you as best as possible. All right. If you guys are going to choose to do, I don't have a great label for it, the color-coded one. It's the one that's up on our board. You guys have your blue, green, orange, and yellow. That's the one that we've been running with for a while, to where it's primarily, you guys have 3 meals per day. You get proteins, carbs, you get proteins, carbs, veggie for breakfast and lunch. And then you get proteins, fats, and veggies for dinner. So with that one, your goal is to eat lean protein every single meal. And then the portions and all that kind of stuff are on there. So lean protein every single meal, some sort of vegetable or green every single meal. And then for breakfast and lunch, you get a carb, which could be like white rice or Ezekiel bread or oats or like a healthy, carb, not French fries. So that would be breakfast and lunch. You're trying to do lean protein, veggies, and a healthy carb. And then for dinner, your goal would be lean protein, veggies, and a healthy fat. Okay, with that one, that's a little bit higher protein. When it comes to your diet and whatever your desires are, that kind of thing, if you guys want to lose weight a little bit faster, and with that one, typically you won't lose muscle as fast because it's a higher protein, lower carb diet. So with that one, you can typically sustain your muscle as you lose weight a little bit better than macronutrients. So you're going to lose the weight and sustain more muscle as you guys do it, rather than some of them are a little bit lower protein, lower carb. So it's like a huge calorie deficit. You typically lose a lot of muscle as you lose the weight as well. So it kind of depends again on your destination. The goal, at least for most people, I would say recommend do the color coded one for the next 3 to 4 weeks, and then maybe transition into macronutrients afterwards, depending on your goal. If you're just trying to create a lifestyle where you guys are happy with losing anywhere from 7 to 10 pounds over the course of the next 4 weeks, do macronutrients and then recognize that it's not going to come off as fast. Just because, again, there's that gray area, because you can eat a cookie and log it into your MyFitnessPal and then stay within your caloric intake for the day. So again, that's going to be on you. So those are the two primary ones that we typically provide. If you guys would like to do another meal plan, I would say that we are completely comfortable with that, as long as you're educated, with it. And then depending on what it is, one of the coaches can help you guys out with the potential effects to it. All right. What I mean by that is some people, especially if you're vegan, then the diets, I have vegan diets, but they're not as detailed. If you want to do keto, do keto, but recognize that, do some education beforehand. I've done keto before. I don't think you've never done keto before, have you? I think I'm the only one right now that's done keto. I know that there's a carnivore diet that's out there that I know at least Jim's trying out. I've done a high protein diet as well, which is it's a heavy protein diet. And then you just have to get the rest of your calories out of kind of thin air, wherever you want them. So if you guys have different diets that you want to try, I'm not opposed to it, but stick to it. Just stay consistent to it. That would be my biggest ask. If you guys don't want to follow the two that we're doing and you want to do, keto, if you want to do carnivore, any of those types of things, I would say at least do your education, or at least come and talk to us, and maybe we can educate you a little bit, and then make sure you guys get the most benefit from that style of dieting. What was I going to go into? 1 second. Oh, fasting. Some of you are going to I've heard of intermittent fasting. I want to learn about fasting, that kind of thing. There's a lot of good research on fasting. The downside to fasting for most of you is that you're not going to get the amount of calories in that you guys need. So I'll kind of go back to the log fire, the campfire analogy. If you guys choose not to feed yourself and you guys starve yourselves, you're teaching your body to basically hold on to fat and burn muscle. So what I mean by that is, especially not to pick on women, but women don't like to eat as much food because they think food's going to make them fat. And a lot of times, especially with HEWFit and different diets, you guys are going to eat more than what you guys think you need to eat. A lot of that's because everything that you're eating is clean foods. So again, go back to the campfire. If I eat a lot of processed foods, think about that as like a wet log, and I throw that into my metabolism, which is like my fat burning machine. And all I do is load wet log after wet log after wet log, but I only do 2 logs a day. My fire is never going to go. My metabolism slows down, everything slows down, and I don't lose as much weight because I'm not feeding and fueling my body. Or if I do clean foods, I can throw 5 logs of clean logs on the fire, and I've got this raging metabolism where I'm eating all day long every day, nice, natural, clean foods, and I lose a bunch of weight by eating more food. Okay, so that's one of those things where it comes to the downside to sometimes intermittent fasting, where you guys are going to where you're skipping breakfast or you're not eating dinner, that kind of thing. It doesn't help you sometimes because you're teaching your body not to burn the fuel that you're providing for it, because you undereat in the couple meals that you do eat, and your body's in starvation mode for so long that sometimes you'll tend to hold on to fat, store fat, and lose muscle. So if you guys are interested in intermittent fasting, Again, there's a lot of positive studies on it, but a lot of people go into it very ignorantly, and that can be a bad thing just as much as, you know, eating the foods and having clean foods and all that kind of stuff. So kind of think about that. Again, at the end of the day, if you follow the 2 meal plans that we provide for you, then you're going to see success. Macros, you're not going to see it as fast, but it's going to be a little bit longer term lifestyle. The color coded one, you'll see results a lot faster, but again, it's low fat, high protein. And then if you guys choose your own, completely fine with that. Stick to an actual meal plan. And then if you have questions about it, don't go into it ignorantly and just be like, oh, I'm going to fast. And then, you know, whatever. Because you can actually have like a negative impact, even though you might lose weight and have a negative impact on your body. But again, that's like, you can't get excited because you lost weight, but you actually hurt your body by losing muscle or something like that as well. Okay. Supplements, again, I'll kind of touch into. Try to, if you guys want to speed up the process, you can get thermogenics, that kind of things. We have them. I'd say in terms of regardless of what meal plan that you guys do, one thing that I would at least really strive for you guys to accomplish is try not to have refined sugars and processed sugars as much as possible. So I always say try to shop on the outside of the grocery store. Anything that doesn't go bad is probably not good for your system. And if you think about like gut health, something's been on a shelf for 6 months and then you eat it, it's probably pretty hard for your gut to digest it. So when we talk about shopping on the perimeter, you get produce, you get meats, you get some dairies, and that's kind of the stuff that goes bad, which is a good thing. So if you guys don't go to the grocery store often, that's probably not a healthy lifestyle. What you guys can buy in bulk, you guys can buy like oats in bulk, like some of those types of things, some of your simple carbs. But you guys should be at least on a weekly basis, if not a bi-weekly basis, getting vegetables, fruits, meats, different types of proteins, that kind of thing, because those are the things that go bad. Again, if you kind of like think about an ingredient label, and this is something that the FDA is working on, all they have to do in essence is like put the nutrients on it. That's what everybody looks at, like Coke Zero, 0 calories, 0 sugar, awesome. Bullshit. For lack of better terms, like there's fake sugar in there. Yes, it says that there's 0 calories, but the fake sugar in there affects your gut and your insulin response very drastically. So even though you're drinking a 0 calorie, item, if you look at the ingredient label, I guarantee there's some sort of refined or fake sugar that's in there. And then now you're going to have an insulin response to that, which is going to slow down your metabolism. Okay, so as much as you can, try to shop on the outside of a grocery store, getting things that go bad because they're easier on your gut health. If things don't go bad and then you think about your body trying to digest them, then it's probably not easy for your system, which then again slows down your metabolism. That's the wet log that you're putting into your system. Okay. Any questions? Kind of like conclude and wrap up, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. So what to expect from us? Oh. Any questions online? I don't know if Haley's. She's got a big chat box going. So recap. Weigh in before Monday. Weigh in every Friday. Body scan. Make sure you guys put it on the board. You guys are going to have to download an app. You'll get an email if you guys don't have the app already, and then you guys will download the app. You'll have daily task list. What?
For the app, make sure that you guys do it as soon as possible because I think the link will expire. And then you're like, oh, I tried it, it didn't work. So just make sure you do it as soon as.
Okay. So what we'll do, because we already have text group set up, when we set the app up for you. So Jamie's comment was, if you guys didn't hear online, if you guys do not download the app and join the group within a certain time frame, your link will expire. So what we'll do is once we set you up with the app, we'll send you a text message that says, hey, the app has been sent to your phone. Make sure that you download it so it doesn't expire. So then it's not like Tuesday and you're frustrated with us because you don't have the link that already expired and now you don't have the app and you feel like you're behind the 8 ball. Okay. So we already have all the teams pretty much set up. So we'll get that to you before Saturday, and then we'll text you making sure that you guys look at your email so that you guys can download the app. Okay. So app, and then weigh-ins on Fridays and before Monday. Monday mile. You guys are going to do your Wednesday team challenge. There's Wellness Wednesday that we encourage you guys to be a part of. Again, that'll be 7:30 p.m. We'll do it as a Zoom style thing that you guys can engage from. Friday skill work. Try to be active on Saturday or Sunday. Make sure you guys try to tag us. And then your meal plan. Again, text us or message us your preferred meal plan, whether that's macronutrients. You can call it macros or colors. I don't have a better label for it at this point. But macros or colors or anything else, if it's keto, if it's whatever, so that you guys, your coaches are aware of what you guys are trying to achieve in terms of your diet. Okay. And then this is kind of like closing, a little bit of a statement. And this is just society stuff right now. And it's just kind of random, but it's sad that like when we're healthy, society says that we're dieting. Society is basically telling us that we're supposed to eat like crap. And people that eat healthy are weird. So like the goal is to adapt a healthy eating relationship and not think that I'm dieting at the end of the day. Because if you guys adapt a lot or adopt a lot of this stuff and you guys maintain it throughout the rest of your life, you're going to live a better life and you're going to live a longer life. But society tells us that if I tell people that I don't eat XYZ, oh, you're dieting and you're lame. And it's kind of a BS thing that society is doing to us right now. They expect you to eat crap food. And then you're the weird one when you eat healthy food. And yes, it takes a little bit more effort, but like going to Wendy's is not a common or healthy practice. So like if your habit is going to fast food or Dunkin' Donuts and getting a nasty coffee with all kinds of fake sugar and yada, 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 we need to try to like reflect and focus on maybe that's a habit or something that you guys put as your daily task list. Because we all develop habits, myself included, that don't serve us. And we need to try to do things that serve us. And the hard part is that society makes you feel like kind of lame or not fun or not cool if you don't want to go eat, you know, Dunkin' Donuts and have donuts and this and that, yada, yada, yada. So kind of think about, like, take that in mind. Again, that's kind of like a closing, you know, thought to think about. Being healthy doesn't have to be weird. And like, it doesn't have to be frowned upon or anything like that. Like, just because I don't eat crap and do that doesn't mean I'm lame or I suck or I'm not fun. You know, like, but society's taught us that if you don't want to go to happy hour, then you're not cool. And if I go to happy hour every Friday, it just loads my weekend and I don't set myself up for success most times. I'm not saying don't go to happy hour ever in your life, but it's finding the balance of moderation and recognizing like, okay, I did happy hour, I need to work out and then eat clean the next day. Not I did happy hour, I'm hungover, let's go to brunch and hair the dog type of thing. Okay. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. We're going to start, at least with you guys here in the gym, just stuff to raffle you off, just for being here because we appreciate it. It's easier to talk to you guys than just sitting at home at a screen. If you guys are on Zoom, then that kind of wraps it up for you in terms of any questions Haley should have gotten you guys taken care of. And if not, you guys can come and find us in the gym. Okay. So I'm going to close the meeting. And nope, I'm not going to close the meeting. I'm going to hang out and let Haley do what she needs to do on the meeting.
Because people are asking questions still, so don't X out of us.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. If they want to leave, they can leave.
If they want to leave, they can leave. If you guys want to leave, then you don't get a raffle ticket or you don't get the opportunity to get a raffle. If you want to hang out, there's 3 raffles and you guys can win prizes. I'm going to mute myself just so that you guys don't have to hear me.
Can we do it?
Babe, you can stop recording.